Good morning from Bonapur Beach. December 2nd, day 2 of my daily vlogging for the month of December. Right now, taking a walk on the beach. And I'm going to talk about how I was able to retire at a young age. Young age as far as what I'm concerned. I mean, I guess some people retire younger, but for me, I think, what was that, 52, 50? Oh, I got to think about this for a second. Let me think. So 58. These guys, they don't like me stopping near their neighborhood. They're very protective. You should see how they are when somebody walks their dog by. They act like complete jackasses. So let me think. If I was 52, and then we're going to be in 2025, and I'm 58, so that's 6 years. I don't know. I've been retired 5 years. I retired January 2020, right at the beginning of the big mess. So for me, I'm 53 years old. That's pretty young to me. However, I actually retired at the age of 46 initially. That was my first retirement from being a policeman. And at that point, my kids were still young, in middle school. And so I had a few years, I had like 7, 8 years I had to dick around. You know, I wasn't, I decided, I knew for a long time that I didn't want to work anymore. I wanted to get the hell out of Dodge, get the hell out of Michigan. But I knew I couldn't do that until my kids were away at college, you know, men taking care of themselves. So I waited till then. So how did I make it happen? Well, my parents growing up were not financial wizards. They were terrible with money. They never had a savings. They spent every cent that they got, you know, squandered money. They didn't make that much either. I mean, my mom was a bookkeeper. My dad was like a manager of a grocery store, and then he was a wine salesman, but nothing where he, you know, made a ton of money. So obviously, you know, I wrestled in high school, and I did terrible in high school. My grades were terrible. I wasn't thinking about a career. I wasn't thinking about anything except for I just liked wrestling, and I had the opportunity to go wrestle at a small college, Division II college in Michigan. Ended up going there. I wanted to go into, like, initially I wanted to go into culinary arts, like cooking, and that's before I went away to college. It was like a 2-year waiting list to get into that program from this one college that was near me. So I ended up getting the opportunity to wrestle at this university, Fair State, and went there. I wrote down, like, my interests were advertising and criminal justice. I just wrote down a couple of things. I started in, like, the second semester. It was November. It was a tri-semester type of program back then. So the classes, everything was already taken for advertising. It must be like a popular curriculum. They stuck me in criminal justice. I didn't know the first thing about being a cop, or, you know, you could do lots of things, work in prisons, work private security. They had several different options in this program. But I took the police one because it was a college, but it was certified with the state like an academy. It was the only one in the state at the time where when you graduated from college, you automatically got your police certification, so you didn't have to go to an academy again. And I'm like, all right, well, you know, even if I don't go into this field, that's a good thing to have in case I want to, you know. Initially when I got there, being a cop was the last thing on my mind. You know, I'm not one of these guys that was a kid, I want to be a cop, I want to be a cop. No, I'm lucky I didn't end up in jail hanging out with the people I hung out with. So went there, actually did really good in school. You know, it was pretty easy for me, you know, just law and things like that. And as opposed to like learning a foreign language, this seemed very easy for me. And I graduated, got a job, and started working. Now, when I started working, I had no clue that, like, I got hired. I had no clue that there was a pension. I thought I'm just getting hired. This is the wage. I don't know, like $18 an hour way back then, 1989. And, you know, I start working and I find out, oh, when you retire, you get a pension. It'll be like your salary. You keep getting it after you retire. And I'm like, really? Holy shit. And then talking to other guys that worked there, you had some guys that were getting ready to retire that were older, and they're telling me about, oh, there's also this thing called a 457k, which is like a 401k. And I started, putting money into that. It's just like a 401k. So on top of my pension, I put away money in that. And that over time accumulates, keeps building up. If you put it in year after year, we had times where it went down, go up. It did cause me stress at times. But another thing I did over the period when I was working is, I started just getting more savvy, learning more things about investing, and I got really interested in real estate. I got my real estate license through Keller Williams, and I had bought some rental houses, bought and sold, and did that on the side. As a policeman, most of the people, as far as customers that I dealt with that were my customers for real estate were cops, a lot of them, but other people too. I did a little bit of advertising, but I just didn't have as much time as I would have liked to. Plus, it was like the housing crisis, so it wasn't that good right then. But I did pretty good on the rentals, and then sold them at the right time and that type of thing. So anyways, fast forward to thinking about retiring young. I'm like I said, I was 46 when I retired from the police department, and I kind of wanted to stay retired. Like, I really just sick of working. When you work for the government, you just hate working for people. My last job at the police department, I was the chief of police. And that last year was the worst hell. Like, I used to love being a cop. I hated that. You're dealing with politicians, and politicians act like little children. And they get in squabbles. There's always issues. You got to try to get in the middle of it. They come crying to you. And then if they don't like what you do, they try to have the media come and interview you and ask, why didn't you do that? So you got to cover everything. It was the suckiest ass job I'd ever had. I got done. I relaxed, a few months, but I was bored out of my mind just not doing nothing because I couldn't go anywhere. You know what I mean? I'm like raising children. I had my children at least 50% of the time, and they played sports, they wrestled, everything else. So got another job, and I said, when my kids get out of high school, I'm gone. I'm retiring. So that's what I did. I mean, the day that I said I was pulling the plug, I pulled the plug. Now, a few years before that, I had the regular house that we were living in. I had a house that I was able to purchase on a lake. And when I decided, probably about 3 years before I was actually going to retire, I sold it. And I invested that money. I bought a multifamily property. So I have a unit that I keep with all my crap in it. My son's living there now. Well, and this guy's screaming. Old people talk loud. So it's funny, I was at the hospital a few weeks ago. Oh my God, this lady was on the phone screaming on top of her lungs. The nurses, nobody could stop from laughing. It was just, but the lady had to be close to 100, so it was kind of cute. Anyways, yeah, so I sold that and I bought this property. I keep the one side for myself, so I have a great tenant. She's been there over 4 years now. I could probably go up a lot on her rent, but I don't because she's such a good tenant. She pays every month. So that's it. Now I got a little bit of annuity. I got my pension. I got a little rental. YouTube. People say, one guy said, Greeny, you're making YouTube videos every day this month because you want to make money because it's the most profitable month. Trust me, I still ain't going to make any money. I mean, maybe if I made like $600 instead of $300, I mean, maybe I think the best month I ever had was $1,000. That ain't making or breaking me. It doesn't really matter. But I would like to get to 40,000 subscribers, which I think I'm only 400 and something off. So that's what I told them. I said I'd like to do that this month before the end of the year. My actual goal was 50,000 because my channel was kind of hot at the beginning of last year. I thought, maybe I'll get to 50,000, but YouTube's a weird thing. It goes up, it goes down, and I know personally like what videos I can make that will probably do much better, talking about certain topics and stories, and I do that occasionally. I'm just kind of lazy to, it's just not really my main thing. I like to just vlog or travel and show travel things, and that's not, most people want to learn something. They want some education. They want to hear an interesting story. So I'm going to be throwing those in this month along with just whatever else I do. So All right, enough of how I was able to retire young. I'll finish my walk, head up to the coffee shop here, probably like 3 kilometers each way to the coffee shop. And then I'll take you guys with me later. We'll see what I spend on. Catch back up with you guys in a little bit. All right, about 3 kilometers. Gonna get some coffee up here. I'll show you the place. Amazon's right here. There's this new place I went to before. Last time I went, it was closed. I'm gonna tell you why. And hopefully I can pay with my bank scan because I forgot my money in my wallet, everything. This place. So last time I was here, the entire place was smashed in. I think a car ran into the building. I'll try to pull up a picture and show you guys. So hopefully they have scan to pay. What happened to the building before I come? Go young, right? Car? Really? Ooh. They have insurance? They pay? Man paid?
Try insurance.
Insurance paid? Oh, good. Good you have insurance. Because, you know, many people not have insurance, you know. So I just talked to them here, and it was a car that smashed into the building. And luckily, either the car driver or somebody had insurance and it was paid for. Yeah, that's the last time I tried to come here. Just a big hole in the front, the glass all smashed, glass all everywhere. I mean, it's crazy here on Sukhumvit Road how many car building accidents there are. I hear about it all the time. All right, I'm gonna drink this coffee. It's good coffee here. I like it. Very smooth. See what else is going on later. Luckily, just did the scan to pay, 60 baht. Very affordable. About the same as Amazon, actually. Amazon 60, with honey 70. So actually, this with honey is cheaper than Amazon. 10 baht less. All right, I'm all showered up. Had a nice walk, almost 10,000 steps. Gonna go eat lunch. Maybe some buddies are gonna be there. I'm not sure who's gonna be. Just gonna get a sandwich, maybe a salad. Then the street here where this restaurant is friggin' crazy in Jomtien. Like there's like no parking, and then there's some parking on the street, but then places like to block it off like they own the street. I just saw the coolest thing ever on my way here though. I saw a Thai guy on his motorbike, Detroit Lions hat on. First time I've ever seen that here in Thailand. You can see this street is just, you know, you got one side to drive on. It's complete madness. This guy's flying, wants to run my toes over. All right, I'll show you what I get to eat. So this is the little place. I'll see if I can put the name in it. I ordered a club sandwich and a fresh pineapple smoothie.
I saw one of those was 9th grade in the
Pineapple.
I was like,
Try it out.
but you can't ask anybody when you're 13. What the fuck's going on there?
Yeah,
You just can't.
because then they wonder why you're looking.
Yeah, so
I'm
you just
eating,
don't say anything.
making a video, and my friends are talking about non-circ dicks. Why are you guys talking about non-circumcised penises?
You're obsessed with them, so we thought we'd join in.
Well, you asked us to look at ours, so we didn't want to show you.
I said trying to get the tissue out here was like a non-circ guy. It keeps
Oh, they tell them not to use it.
keeps sinking inside. All right, my club sandwich is here. Different. Looks like
I was going to go to the cafe.
ham, bacon, chicken. 120 baht, so like
I'm not buying anything.
under $4. Oh, cheese too.
I'm not buying anything.
That's why I bought the sleeves I like.
Yeah, I remember. We got. I don't know where. I think that store was in Icon Siam, right?
Yeah.
I don't know where.
Oregon?
We're gonna find.
All right, 195 baht. So we'll say 215 total. So I'm on my way down to take a look at Index and some other furniture stores, and I saw this Office Mate. I've been looking for a little file, like a file folder box, you know, and I looked at Big C, some other stores. They didn't have it. Hopefully they will have it here. There's also this new, there used to be a big complex here of different like tile places and things like that, and now it's called Go Wholesale. I might go check that out too. See what that is. Use other door. I'll let you guys know if I find what I'm looking for here. See these boxes like this? This is what they had at Big C too, like these type of things. But I'm talking about one with like a handle and it opens up on top for files. That's what I'm looking for. see here. Let's see here. Why is it so difficult to have that here? I mean, all kinds of those things in the U.S. Well, in typical Thailand fashion, if you've been here before or you live here, you know how things go. I just get a call from Num Chai, where I bought my washer dryer combo, saying, oh, we're going to be there in a half hour. I'm like, it's supposed to be delivered on Tuesday. Today is Monday. Oh, well, I said, you know, I need it. I don't want to dick around with it myself. I'll be on my way there now. Just wait for me. So I guess I won't be going into here today. I'll be doing everything tomorrow that I was going to do today because I'm not coming back down here again. Things like this, you know, it's hard to make plans here. It's hard to figure out exactly what you're doing because things always change. It's hard. Communication is never 100%. On the way home. There's always just gridlock over here. Here it is. Getting installed. This is a big sucker. This is pretty big. Hope this is gonna fit. I read the manual for the washer dryer combo. And let me tell you, I've been waiting for this thing to come because we did a load of laundry and the spin cycle didn't work. So when it all dried out, it's like all hard. There's probably still soap in it. So I've been waiting to use this thing. I set it on cotton. I don't know if that's the right thing, and set for normal dry. So apparently, I think after it's done washing, it's going to dry the clothes. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll report back later. This is my exciting life. I'm doing laundry today. I'm going to maybe do some editing. I'll let you guys know if I do anything else exciting today, if I get some more food.
Subscribe to the channel.